Hello there.
Greetings and hello there, everyone. It is I, your Star Wars Dad, and I'm Nooch Too Good Star Wars Dad. Hey, I'm here to talk about today the raids. So the raids are concluding this. You know, everybody waited till they made the changes on the raids before they launched the new raids. I've got 3 guilds running at 100 million. 200 million and 300 million. We're going to cover each one. I kind of want to show you at each level of those guilds. You know, you get basically the new guild, the early guild, and the mid game guild. Man, it's kind of almost like a new early mid, and then mid to late game guild. I'm kind of more in those stratospheres. So we'll take a first look here. Home Invaders, 131 million. Kind of that new to early guild level that we're at, and we're running the heroic Sith raid. If you're in a guild that's not, you know, that's in that range, you'll probably be running the same raid. So how are the rewards doing from there? So let's take a look at our rewards. We earned the max crate. You can see I earned some stuff by just getting 41,000 points. That's all I can get on this account. The max crate is going to be 10 Traya shards, 4,000 of the Mark II tokens, and 8,400 of the Mark I tokens. Now let's talk about the biggest thing this is going to do for early and mid-game players, and that's going to be, you're going to unlock Han Solo and Traya and General Kenobi lickety freaking split. Let's go all the way to the bottom here. They put them at the bottom. You guys, 700. So I won 7,000, right? So I could actually, this raid alone is going to get me one, and I've already got this stuff. Let's go ahead and start. I need to get these done. Every raid you do is going to get you 100 shards of these characters. So if you figure you're doing 2 of these raids every week, and this by the way is that we're talking early beginner level raids here with the Heroic Sith Traya raid. You can find go find a heroic guild, please. If I'm going to get 200 shards a week out of these 3 characters, that's just 660 shards plus the 10. I mean, we're talking 3 weeks to a month at max. I'll have Han Solo, Kenobi, and Traya done. That is crazy. That is crazy. So basically, these become non-existent farms. These aren't even farms anymore. You just knock them out at the beginning. As soon as you get into a heroic guild, doing the Traya raid, or honestly, even if you're doing just HAAT raid heroic level, you're getting enough shards to make a huge difference. Maybe then it'll be a month and a half. These farms are not challenging anymore for anybody playing the game. So they just opened that up, made it easy. Also with that currency, once you finish those guys in a month, well, now none of the rest of this currency is difficult. 125 of these for 1,800. I own 0. I'm gonna go ahead and buy those. I'm going to need them at some point down the road. I don't need them quite yet, but when I start relicking characters, getting Gear 12 characters, I'm going to need those. I don't even know what they're called. The Mark 8 Neurosav Electro Binoculars component. I'm going to need those. I know that you need a ton of those as you get up. These Mark 7, I'm not going to buy those, but basically, guys, the raid is making everything, including Carbantes, it's making all of this gear pretty much irrelevant's not the right word, but you can farm all of it very easily if you save up this currency. And really an easier way to spend it than going through this menu. And here's the Mark II stuff you can see that I'll be getting as well. And this stuff is gonna be super valuable to me as I get into relicking my characters. And I'm gonna kind of wait. Although, I mean, look at this. I can just finish this off right now. I've got 8,000 of this. Let's go on a spending spree. 15 of those, because I'm about to get more currency anyway. I got that piece finished now. I'm gonna need a bunch of these. You need a ton of those. You never get enough of those. Let's see. I can grab those handcuffs there, but that's fine. Those cuffs. You can't go wrong with these. I mean, you're just getting so much gear. It used to be that the gear is and I'm going to grab these two. You absolutely can't have enough of these Athacam Medpack salvage. It used to be that the gear was, you know, random. You randomly got these pieces. Now you can purchase the stuff as you need it. I think the best way to do it, honestly, is to do it character by character. So if I'm looking at my characters and trying to find, so if I'm looking at Piet, I think these are all Kyrotex, so never mind on that. Back up. Let's pull a Cad Bane. Cad Bane, that's not Kyrotex. So Cad Bane needs these Mark III pieces. Let's see if I can find these. Are these available? I actually can't get these. I need to start requesting them. So I'm giving bad examples right now. I'm just saying, guys, the gear that you have, down here. Let's pull up. He's got Carbantes in here somewhere, right? No, there are no Carbantes in him. I'm only got him at gear 7. That's why he's only at gear 7. All right, I gotta find somebody. I should have planned more for this. I apologize to the throngs of people that worship at the altar. Oh, I can level this up too. I didn't do this. 83. Thank you. Wonder if I can level up somebody 83. Look at that. I can upgrade Stark now to gear 11. I'm sure there'll be something here that I need to purchase. Okay, can I buy these? Not yet. Ah, I'm failing. I'm failing in front of the world right now. I know I need these. I know I can buy these. These Mark 9 pieces, they aren't like super all over the place, but look, I can just knock it out. Now for 770, I got 65 of them. Done. Now previously these are also available with guild shop currency, which is kind of kaput at the moment, but it's making so much gear so much easier to get, and I guess irrelevant is a good word for it. If I look at Sunfac here, let's see, Sunfac, here we go. If I needed stun guns, I got 441. I don't need them right now, but if I needed stun guns, I can't buy any of those either. This is, I should have planned more ahead. All I'm saying, guys, if I need a bunch of Carbantes, now I can just go purchase 70 of them for this. I'm gonna wait on that because I get them all the time anyway. The gear is much more. You can get a lot more gear now as a player doing even heroic Sith raid in a guild at 130 million galactic power doing that raid. So those rewards are great. I really appreciate it. I love the fact that I can go in there and grab what I want now. Now let's take a look at my 200 million guild and see what's going on over there. Okay, everybody, here we are in Frog Egg Delicatessen. It's a 200 million guild, 212 million to be exact. We are doing the Krayt Dragon raid now. Let's take a look at those rewards. We got a 25 million Krayt. I personally did about 214,000, not that much. My account's really not ready to do stuff. Let's take a look at the rewards we're gonna get out of that 25 million Krayt. 8,250 of the Mark 1. Again, I will never want for Traya or General Kenobi or anything else. Again, none of those 3 characters anymore. 4,850 and 750 of this Mark 3 raid tokens. That was the beef, right? That was the big beef with the community. We were doing the Sea Pit before, and now we all of a sudden couldn't get the gear that was available for that. So let's go take a look at the shop here to really understand where I'm from. So I'm getting those Mark 3 currency right now. I wish there was a better way to click through this. I'm not a big fan of the screen and the clicking and everything. So I'll have some of this gear here soon. And as you can see, with this Mark III gear, I can buy arrow magnifiers. I got 50 of them right now. I can buy Gerda keypads. I've been told not to buy that. That's not a good exchange rate. But the impulse detectors, I wouldn't buy those either. That's for mods, right? Zimbiddle cards is a good buy. So there's, you can buy all these gear, but Zimbiddle cards and arrow magnifiers, I think, is where you're gonna live. Impulse detectors, isn't that what I'm doing to fix my mods? Boy, I'm batting 1,000 on this video so far. That's not gonna work. Let's go to this one, enhance. Oh, those are micro attenuators. They look the same. Good God. Come on, game. They're running out of things to call and images. It's just like the same thing, but turned upside down. So, okay, impulse detectors are relic gear. You got to see me make some mistakes right there. I'm telling you, let me see that right there. Now let me look at the micro attenuators. I'm telling you, just flip it upside down. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's the same thing. Well, anyway, we're getting a bunch of gear. I really feel like the gear problem has been really well addressed by Capital Games with this. So now we'll be able to get some of that gear, that Relic 8 gear with the raid. I feel like they did a really good job. My guild, 212 million, is getting this crate right here at 25 million, and we're going to be able to unlock 750 of these Mark III raid tokens, and we'll be able to buy, let's see how many can I get for that. At 750, we get it 2 times, so 1,500 a week. I want to go to a different shop. 1,500 a week is going to be 1,500 4. So let's say 3.5 of those. So 7. So you can get 7 arrow. You're gonna average 7 arrow magnifiers a week. That's a fair number based. That's a totally fair number. We were doing C-Pit before, and you can see we were getting those. Actually, I don't want to say it out loud. We weren't doing C-Pit before in this guild. we just didn't have the juice for it. We probably could have gotten a couple of mercenaries and got it done, but we did enough in the Krayt Dragon Raid to get us to where we're going to be able to get these arrow magnifiers, impulse detectors, and Zimbiddle cards, which is where you should spend it. And of course, the rest of the gear is definitely going to be freed up for us for looking at places to spend gear when we go and take a look at how I'm gonna bomb this again. So here's Veers. I need a bunch of these. Can I buy them with the stuff? And the answer is yes. I can buy 15 of these. I don't have any right now, but I'm about to get a bunch more so I can purchase this gear. It's just making gear farming that much better for everybody. And by the way, you could expect the gear 10's right around the corner after making it. So I really feel like they have fixed the almost the entire problem. There's still the issue of sitting here and going in without the guild activity currency. You know, as a new player or somebody farming executor, it'd be harder for me to get Dengar and then Luke and Old Banner, and it's going to be more difficult farms without getting as much of that currency. They got to do something to address that. Maybe not the guild currency, maybe something else they can use that will give you that guild currency. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but they need to address that because that needs to come back into play. And then they may need to like remove the gear for the. I don't know how they're going to do it. There need to be some adjustment there for that, because we got to be able to make these characters available for people that are newer in the game. Hey, let's jump over to my 300 million guild and see how we're doing on Krayt Dragon Raid over there. All right, so here we are in the House of Ren, 303 million. We've been kind of hovering there. We've lost some people, some activity stuff, but we've hovered at 303 million. We're getting 21 stars in Rope, by the way, just to kind of give you a barometer for that. And the funny thing is, we're at the same place in the Krayt Dragon Raid. The gap here, 25 million to 90 million, is pretty strong. I mean, that's a strong, 25, 90, 130, 265, 416. I mean, the gaps are big between these crates. So we're on the same crate and at or near the same level as my 200 million guild. I do feel like that if we really wanted to dial in on it, we could probably stretch ourselves up here if we really like held people a little more accountable, worked a little harder, like came up. But right now we can easily get to where we are on this. So I think once the guild is easily getting in this range, then we might start pushing a little more to make sure we pop that 90 million. But we, right now guild leadership could just push their brains out and we would not get a 90 million crate. So it's not worth all the extra effort. And as we're learning, the teams at work and doing better for ourselves. I did better for myself in this guild. I missed the BAM turn meter train, but that's okay. 696 million. So I got all these rewards for myself as well. But we're popping in right to the same place in my 300 million guild that we are my 200 million with a lot more potential. Can I see these right now? There we go. We have a bunch of people that haven't done it yet. Looks like everybody at least has thrown something out there. Most people have thrown something. We got a few people that need to make a little more effort and get something out there. But the thing is that right now, again, we don't have a lot of our big people. We don't have enough juice out there that if we really bugged people and got them going, we'd hit 90 million. So it's like, if people want to slack right now, and it's on them, they're only hurting themselves for now. In the future, they're not really getting a good idea of the raid. They're sacrificing some rewards. We're talking about like rewards. I got 100, 200. Yeah, it's not a ton. It's just some extra rewards they could get. So not a big deal. But that's where my 300 million guild is right now. So that just to give you an idea, with the Krayt Dragon reworks and changes, where we are sitting as early to mid/late game guilds in the Krayt Dragon raid. And it used to be that you had to get to the 130, and I can't imagine with them changing BAM getting to 130, my guild would literally not have been attempting this for 2 years. Like, we wouldn't have been touching that. So I think it was smart of them to open up the 25 million rewards for everybody. It makes a lot of sense. I'll look forward to getting these 90 million when we get down the road. But yeah, not worth 8250, 4850, 750, 8250, 4850, 1000. So that's not, boy, it's definitely front loaded now. It's definitely front loaded. Yeah, so that Mark III stuff is definitely front loaded. So we're gonna be sitting here at this tier for a while, and honestly, we'll probably be pretty happy just to get that and move forward with our lives and farm all the gear we can. So there you go. These are the results of the first time through for guilds that are early, mid/late game. You're kind of Probably the best people are doing is 90 million, but it's not even really worth, you know, unless you're close to that 90 million, you're probably not really pushing super hard for that 90. So probably a lot of us are sitting at 25 million Krayt. Let me know how your guild is doing the Krayt Dragon Raid, what your galactic power is, and what your guild is doing so we can kind of compare and contrast and see how things are going for us. Everybody, have a great day. I will talk to you soon. And of course, always remember, Nooch Too Good.